charge. You don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Neither fighter willing to slow down. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
The straight right just misses. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, every twist.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Sick. Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Get back out there and win the round.
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Shot. The jab not finding its target. That jab doesn't score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Stop the hook there. Nice job by him to block that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. How about that time counter shot?
Push me up. Push me up.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. There's the bell for round three. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Rocks the jab. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut.
서칭머리 계속.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use playing with the ball.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. Straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Back at it in round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Good defense stopping that jab. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster.
Masz posesję smaków.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell are we going to do now?
Punch, counter punch. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters.
쿠가.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Good round and feel good. You were thinking,
On to the 5th we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Well done with that counter shot. A perfect counter shot. hook was off target. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
You'd like to see more jabs. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Do you believe what we're seeing? And that hook misses. They blocked the left there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to... Let's start the sixth. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
The straight right just misses. These two were made for each other. A perfect counter shot. He blocks that jab. A perfect counter lands. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Failing to score with that right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. Here comes round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? We wanted action, and they are delivering. Their jab just got blocked. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? misses with that straight left. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
The bell sometimes.
And there's the bell for round 8. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jabs. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
You missed with that jab. They both want a knockout, you can tell. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Not a lot of defense here at all. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Only catching air with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
And he scores with the counter. That jab gets blocked. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
I like that, I'm happy. Stay focused.
You need to go back out there and you need to win this round. Get your mind
Smart. Relax now. I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking at...
get your shots on. Don't give him anything. Go back.
And there's the bell to start round 10. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
They're both trying for a knockout. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Throws the uppercut but misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. A little bit of controversy. It's a majority decision win.
It's been a good one. Good entertainment. Everybody benefited. Those fighters there will learn so